Can you talk about what it actually means to be responsible for an animal's life? Not just raising it, but being there when it's time to let go?
Boy, that's a very wide spectrum, especially being a veterinarian. We deal with all the animals. We do the zoo work, we do small animal, we do large animal, and you see a variety of owners associated with those animals. What's considered a pet, what's considered a food source, and there's different dynamics in that. Putting a dog to sleep that has been in the family for 15 years is a very emotional situation on everyone involved. The owners, if there's children involved, the veterinary staff, the veterinarian, if they've been a long time client, you all get attached to those. You respect that situation. Then you have the food animals, which are cattle, sheep, goats, hogs, that are normally not considered pets. Some can be, but for the most part, they're not. They're considered a food animal, which is what we eat. And you got to make that division. So, being a veterinarian, you have to be able to show empathy and support for people who are losing a family member. And then on the flip side, you have to show respect for the animal that you're fixing to process for your own food, right? So, there, as far as how you handle each situation. But for us, from a standpoint of our horses, they're pets. From a standpoint of that, they're using animals, but they're certainly ones that, like today, my son's 18-year-old horse died, and that was his pet, and of course he took it pretty hard. If we happen to bring cattle from here to the processing facility, you don't see that connection because they're not considered pets. They're considered more of a food source. So your demeanor changes with each situation. You're not very emotional, I guess, from a standpoint if we are processing cattle and sheep and goats and hogs for our freezers compared to a lifelong family pet. So you have to be able to juggle your emotions and know when to do those things.
Yeah,
Did I
it's a
answer your
lot
question?
to
Yeah.
it's a lot to regulate, like within yourself.